first realise you wanted to design?
I was drawing, and I went to Bradford Art College with an attempt to get in with the folios of the books full of the birds, and I really loved it, and it was me to a T. And I had a very good woman who taught me there, Mrs. Betts at Bradford Art College. I was good at pattern cutting, at doing the bit of actually making the idea happen, you know, of making it into 3 dimensions from the drywalling, I suppose.
Drywalling in the poultry farming. Now,
absolutely.
What was... then, I suppose, at some point you must have met up with Bryan Ferry and the whole association with rock music and...
Well, how that happened was I finished my course at the Royal College of Art after Bradford, which was really 7 years training, which is a long time. And we met, actually, for the first time. He came to speak to me. He was in the speakeasy, both propping up the bar. Very love is the drug, you know. And he said, I really like the stuff that you did on that show the other night, and I want to do an album cover. And I'd been mucking around with Carl Stoker doing these camp pictures with that gala I told you about, right, with which that cover was one. And Carrie Ann and all the rest of it. And so we did the first covers, and I had the clothes.
For Roxy Music?
Yeah, and we came and we did that Mad Afternoon with Carl and did those pictures. You know, with you know the syndrome, we will do it now. Let's put on mad makeup and have a great time.
And dress up and have fun.
Yeah, and exactly, that's exactly
Now,
what
the one
happened.
that you did with Gala was the Transformer sleeve, which
yeah.
caused something of a scandal when it came out, didn't it? Because of the bloke on the back.
Yeah, well, that was because...
and everyone thought that Gala was
oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
drag.
well, they were both Pisces. Now, there's no way that he could look like her. I mean, he was actually a blonde. He had good shoulders and what have you.
What, the man on the back?
Yeah, but we implanted the cucumber in the trousers for the necessary effect.
Which was the most fun of the Roxy stuff to do, like of the videos and the sleeves? Which was the weirdest?
I think that without doubt the campest, funniest thing was the first video we ever did, in which we did, you can tell how long ago it was, 2 in the morning. One for Hard Rains Are Going to Fall, and the other was These Foolish Things. And we had this little film unit, and Eric Bowman and I were doing it, and Polly Altis and another girl, Phyllis, and they did the first one as in black raincoats, when it was a hard rain's going to fall on open brollies, and it was so funny.
Oh, where have you been, my blue-eyed son? Where have you been, my darling young one? I've stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains, walked and I crawled on 6 crooked highways, stepped in the middle of 7 sad forests, been out in front of a dozen dead oceans. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of the graveyard. It's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard rain.
But most people imagine, especially the fashion people, that rock and fashion shouldn't mix, even though...
It was like that. When I first went into it, it was like that, I must admit. The 2 camps were very anti each other. But I think because the people who treaded those boards, i.e. Bowie and Bryan and other people along at that time, really, I suppose Bryan mostly, in fact, that really crossed that barrier, you know, because he had a stylish lifestyle. And
so what do the fashion people think of you? Do they think that you're fashion or that you're rock music?
I think lots of them tend to think me as much more rock music. But the fact is that what I do is sell quite glamorous clothes, which they see as rather starry.
Hi. Nice jacket. My name's Vic.
fashion can suddenly have a period, one season, when it'll be starry, but it won't go on being starry. Then it'll be, you know, mad hairdos and black lipstick, which is probably what is happening now. But it could go quite easily. So if I stick to that, then I'll be in 1 minute and out the next. But I'm not. I do sell fashion. I'm a bit like a Hollywood costume designer in that respect. That my idea is a now idea of fashion, but for people with a certain amount of sexuality.
Miss Jerry O.
If you're dressing most of the people, I would imagine that you want to dress, but who would you have quite liked to have dressed in the past, or at the moment, who would you like to dress?
Well, if business-wise, the most important thing to dress is people who get mammoth publicity, and you can't get any higher than sort of Collins and Diana, you know.
What would you do for Princess Diana if you were going to
I mean,
sex a
not
brat?
that dissimilar to what she... I mean, she would tell you what she wanted, and you would just do it, you know. Not that I'm touting.
And what
for
would
work
you
there,
do? What would you do with Joan Collins if you were going to make something for her?
I think Dex looks very good, doesn't he?
What, you quite like to do Dex? Oh.
He does have a lot of stuff, and he has a great voice. That's what he has. He has a
And he's got that scar on his lip as well.
I was listening to it the other night, the soundtrack, while we were working, and I thought to myself, he has an incredible voice. There are people who have voices, and he has a great voice.
So what would you put Joan in?
What can you do? I mean, the kind of stuff they wear that Norman Laurel does anyway, and not, I mean, there again, it would be what she wanted, you know. I don't know, I mean, what the deal is there. I believe they have to wear what they're told.
What would you like to do, though, in the next 10 years? What would you like to see yourself doing?
I would like
What would make you happiest
than
richer?
I think that I want to be happy, and I'm happiest when I'm doing the things that I want to do, which is really being involved with people who are doing a celluloid image. I think that's what I like. And after all this time, it's wonderful to see my clothes in movies and in pictures. I like that. I like being involved in the celluloid world. I would like to have a kind of glamour studio and put people out for me.
The curtains torn.